a turban on his head? What's the answer? Yes, occasionally he had it. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also, a third sunnah was what? No hat and no amama. Astaghfirullah, Shaykh. You're losing it, man. You're losing it. Now, I'm didn't hear that before, you know. Now guys, take it easy, alright? Especially committee members. Yeah? Don't want this to be my last bayan in this masjid. Please, take it easy. He had 3 sunnahs. How many sunnahs did he have? 3 sunnahs. Sometimes he had a hat on his head. Sometimes he had a turban and a hat on his head. And sometimes he was seen without a hat on his head. Now, if you balance all 3 sunnahs, if you have all 3 sunnahs in your life, and you regard it as sometimes you can have a hat, sometimes you can have it without your hat, sometimes with your hat, sometimes with the turban, then you have followed what? You have followed the sunnah of who? Of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But if you say now that, Akhi, I'm not going to wear a hat. Nah, don't want to look like them. Akhi, Shaykh Hasan Ali, his turban, Sufi turban. Don't want to wear it. Some people say all sorts of stuff. Yeah, they make all sorts of stuff about you. What I want to say to you is, if a person says, I'm never going to wear a hat, and his practice is he never wears a hat, never wears a turban, has he followed the sunnah, yes or no? No. If a person says, always I'm going to wear the turban, always I'm going to wear the hat, never, some guys, honestly, I'm being serious with you. One guy in Leicester, he went for a haircut, right? And he went to the barber, and he was scared to take his hat off, because he's always wearing his hat. He was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to take my hat off. Oh my God, soon I'm going to leave. What are you talking about, Giza? How's the barber going to cut your hair without you taking the hat off? The same guy, I'm sure he goes to sleep at night with his hat on his head. Poor woman next to him, man. If she takes the hat off, she better hold her nose. The guy better watch. I mean, come on, what kind of deen is this? And there's some people fighting. If you don't wear a hat on your head when you're praying, it's like you just didn't even pray. You don't even pray. And there's some parts of the world, if you pray with a hat on your head, what? Astaghfirullah, bidah? What did you do? You put a hat on your head and you pray? What, must I do this? There's 2 extremes now. The sunnah is what? The sunnah is that you balance it all. Now you might think, well, every time you see me with a amama or with a hat on my head, that's true. But in my house, I'm always without a hat. I'm always without the amama.